pH is something that is often talked about with acids and bases. Low pH is acidic. High pH is basic. And the way pH is found is by measuring the concentration of H+. And it's a logarithmic scale. So on your calculator, you would actually punch negative, then you would hit the log button and type in your concentration. Now, this will depend on your calculator. Most calculators have an log button, not ln. These two are not the same thing. TI-89s, you either have to type in log or there is a function key that can lead you to that button. Now, quick math. pH equals negative log of H+. How do we solve for H+? Inverse log is 10 raised to the power. Okay, this is an inverse log. So with natural log, the inverse was e. For log, the inverse is 10 caret. And that's how you would solve for it. So you would have to divide both sides by the negative, and then take the inverse log to get rid of the log to solve for your H+. Now, there are similar relationships between POH and the OH concentration. It just isn't as common. It didn't make it into its own scale like pH did. And since they are related to each other, remember Kw equals H plus times OH minus, and that's equal to 1 times 10 to the negative 14. Well, so pH plus POH is equal to 14. These are all relationships that you can use to find out different values. So here's a summary of those relationships. pH is equal to negative log of H plus. POH is equal to negative log of OH minus. We have Kw, H plus times OH minus is equal to 1 times 10 to the negative 14, and pH plus POH equals 14. If you have any one of the values, then you can calculate the others. For instance, if you have pH, then you can calculate H plus or POH. If you have H plus, then you can calculate pH, or you could calculate the concentration of OH. If you have the concentration of OH, you can calculate POH, or you can calculate H plus. If you have POH, then you can calculate OH minus or pH. So there's lots of different combinations that you can use here. Given one value, so if you have the pH, you could find the POH, and then you could find the OH minus concentration and the H plus concentration, and have all four values, just starting with the one value. And that's the practice you can do. Please make sure you do the reading. It will help with what acids and bases are and how they work and how they behave. And try using your calculator for these calculations. There is an assignment for you to complete to make up the day that I missed. Please let me know if you have any questions at all.